Hello everybody. My research project, which is outside the university, is called No Pebbles, No Waves, and as you can see with the flag, it's about LGBT. While we have seen social movements progressing in much of the English-speaking West of lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender people, we have seen what I like to call structured invisibility of sexual and gender minorities in Japan. They have not been able to move from invisibility to visibility. So my project really tries to look at primary sources and secondary sources to provide a theoretical analysis of why that is so. So there are two questions that I would like to answer in my paper, which is, what does LGBT invisibility in Japan look like? And how do we end this undesirable invisibility to build a desirable recognition through a non-violent struggle? Because of the marginalization and weak subcultural identity of LGBT people in Japan, the sense of identity and community is lacking, which results in many problems. The position of LGBT people in Japan is obviously less inclusive, and the movement as a result in general is intractable. My research really analyzes this entire social movement to provide a framework to understand what is happening with gender and sexual minority movements in Japan. So it analyzes the structured invisibility to argue that while there are spaces opening in Japan for LGBT people to come out in the political and social arena, the utopias that LGBT people have created, the safe spaces that LGBT people have created in Japan, still need to be rescued. They still lie in the margins. And the paper overall argues why that is so and how to come out of it. One major point of how to come out of it is for the LGBT movements to come together, but also to seem non-threatening to the mainstream Japanese society. So no pebbles, no waves is really an analogy to sort of describe that unless you do not throw pebbles in the water, you can't have waves. But once you start throwing pebbles, once you start being more visible, you see changes, you see waves forming. And that is the best way to understand the LGBT movement in Japan. Thank you very much.